Hello, everybody, and welcome to a special edition. This is the first Shelbyville Central High School football coaching show. It's the Coach Judd Dryden Show, and I'm Bill Anderson. This is Coach Dryden. And Coach Dryden, how are we doing this evening?
Man, we're doing very well, Bill, very well.
Well, rainy day out here at Central High School. As y'all can see, we're in the locker room, and this field house is really nice, Coach. It's something to really be proud of.
We've been truly blessed with all the people that put in the time and energy and effort, and the money that was given to us for this has been incredible. Hats off to Coach Palmer when he was here and what he did to make this thing happen, and those that were on the Booster Club and the donors throughout that whole process. It's been a true blessing for us, for sure.
And today's show is brought to you by Shelbyville Lumber, SLC Firearms. A lot of people know where Shelbyville Lumber is, but they don't realize that Shelbyville's got a really nice gun store. And I mean, go see Chris Cartwright, Mike Matusik. They'll take care of you. I bought 3 from them this year. They've got ammo, all sorts of stuff. Really nice place to go. And I don't think a lot of you know out there where it's at. It's right inside Shelbyville Lumber. Go around the plumbing section and check that out. It's at 917 North Main Street. Well, anyway, Coach, you've had 2 jamborees, and just real quickly, you played Rockvale and you also played Page. How have the first 2 gone?
So the Page scrimmage, it was a great test for us because we got to go toe-to-toe against the 2-time 5A state runner-up back-to-back. And what they do, they throw the ball around the yard, and they throw it around well. They run great routes. They do great things, in the execution piece. Defensively, they're well coached, and they tackle well. So getting to come out of the gate on that really showed us what we have. We felt like we competed well. We obviously made mistakes. We've got new guys in new places, but the big thing for us is we came away from there competitive. We came away pretty positive with when we have everything moving in the right direction and all the pieces, going correctly, we're going to do some good things.
Well, Coach, we got another big scrimmage coming up this Friday night here, and I believe we've got White County coming in, and kind of tell everybody what time it starts, what's the cost to get in, good chance to come out here and see us right before the Seagull game.
Well, the big thing to know is it's Food Truck Friday out here, so bring an appetite. A portion of the proceeds go to benefit the Booster Club and help us when we for pregame meals and things like that for our boys. But it will start at 6 o'clock. The format is a regular game format for the first half of varsity play, and then there'll be a running clock format for JV in the 3rd quarter and all freshmen in the 4th quarter. Like I said, we'll start at 6. We should be wrapped up by give or take 9 o'clock, and we're pretty excited to have them come. And Coach Beatty has taken over that program. He was on staff originally, and they've done a great thing over there. White County has improved steadily over the last several years, and it helps us that they just graduated what seems to be a 20,000-yard rusher. Obviously, it wasn't that much, but it sure seemed that way as you're reading stats on him. They did graduate him, but they bring some guys back, and they're going to be well coached, and they're going to perform well. So we're looking forward to that test.
I actually got several family members up there, and they were telling me they've got a pretty good quarterback, and they've got another running back that's not like the other one, but he's pretty doggone good.
Doggone good. And we've seen some film on them. They look pretty good.
Coach, just a couple of questions for this first show. Who has been the biggest surprise of camp for the fall for you? Somebody you just didn't expect that's just really shined for you that you didn't see coming?
Boy, that is a great question. We had such high expectations for all of our guys coming in. One of the big ones that I'd have to really give a shout out to is Caden Cantrell. He was a running back, defensive back last year. He's come in and taken some snaps at quarterback. He's had a great offseason. He kind of questioned there for a little while whether or not he wanted to play, but he stuck it out. So we're very excited about that. Other than that, the offensive line play has been very solid for us, and it was a concern for me especially because it had me somewhat worried whenever I had to take it over. We couldn't find the right hire and fit for the offensive line spot, and the things that we've been able to do, the way that those young men have really taken to what we're coaching and what we're trying to accomplish has been a great aspect for us and a great fit for us throughout the off season. And finally, the three young men we've had at quarterback that have been battling out, they have steadily progressed, and they are showing some signs of becoming pretty dang good football players. It's been fun to watch them in their competitive roles.
Coach, overall, what are the strengths of this football team position-wise, and what are the weaknesses?
So strength is on the defensive side of the ball. We're returning 10 starters. We have Radon Crenshaw came back to us from Alabama. He had left last year, moved down there. Now he's back. So that really, he was a starter as a sophomore and then left as a junior. And so really, in effect, we have 11 returning starters on defense. Now we have some guys that have switched positions. William Bobo has gone to a safety and away from the corner spot. But LeBron Ransom started a bunch of games there last year, and Garrett Doak did as well. So they'll both be starting at corner. The only one that had the most limited snaps on that side of the ball was Maddox Wright, another safety. But even he had a majority of snaps and started a couple of games. So we have a lot of guys coming back on that side. On the offensive side, it's been a good, steady progression since spring ball. And to be honest, the strength on that side of the ball is in the stable of running backs that we have. Obviously, you got to have an offensive line. You got to have all that. But when you have Radon Crenshaw at every bit of 235 pounds and strong as an ox, you've got Robert Bailey and Rocky Chandler that are able to explosively leave anyone behind. That's a huge strong point for us. The weakness, to be honest, is we graduated a really good quarterback in Jake Preston. And so that has been one of those areas that we've had to consistently put extra time into to figure out who that's going to be. We have a transfer from Tullahoma, and Nathan DeLauder. He's done a good job of taking on that role through the spring. And then because Mason Shavers and Ben Betzelberger were both in spring sports, but he had to learn an entirely new system, so that was hard on him. Mason started all year at catcher for a great run on the baseball team. So, he came into the summer and fall camp behind from that aspect. Ben was playing goalie for the soccer team, and I believe, if I remember correctly, they won a district title. So I mean, we have some athletes playing other sports, and so that position has been the one that's kind of lagged on us a little bit. Wide receiver, we're bringing back an all-region wide receiver in Micah 3. LeBron Ransom is right there with him. So we're and the fill-ins we've had on the offensive line, or the replacements we've had on the offensive line, as long as we can stay healthy, will be good. But that quarterback spot right now is the question mark on how that's going to play out.
Which kind of leads into my final question, and that would be, for this season to be a success, other than staying healthy, which obviously for any football team that's the key, what is the key for us? Is it quarterback play this year? In order for us to have a successful season, it has to go well. Is there one area other than staying healthy that this team has to do well for us to succeed?
That healthy one's got to be at the top of the list, and I have another answer for that too. But we're very good and competitive at the top 1 and 2 on the depth chart. After that, it starts to go downhill pretty quick. So we can only handle a few injuries this year before it starts to impact us. But on the other side of that, simply the simple aspect of consistency is what we have got to have. Consistently lining up right, consistently knowing our assignments and on defense, consistently understanding blocking schemes and the fronts that are there, the protection, pass protections, the route combinations. We have to be consistent in that to be successful, and that'll be where we win or lose. Outside of staying healthy, it'll be, can we consistently improve and do the things we're supposed to do at a high level.
Well, we've got the big jamboree coming up Friday night. Invite everybody to come out and check out the Shelbyville Golden Eagles. And also, 1 week from Thursday, we got Siegel coming in here, a Thursday night game, huge game. Tell us a little bit about Siegel.
So Siegel is a well-coached football team out of Murfreesboro. They're going to throw the ball around a little bit. They've got a pretty good little quarterback and an outstanding wide receiver. Their defense is solid, and they play well on that side of the ball as well. They're going to come in here. We'll have a 6A school coming in for our training school celebration game, and recognition night, and we're looking to truly compete at a high level against them and see what we can do. For the same reason that we chose Rockville as a scrimmage, it lets us test ourselves against a classification higher from a local school that, almost in some cases comes near to doubling our enrollment. So being able to compete against them kind of gives us an idea of where we're going to be, and we're just excited for it. I mean, we've worked all off season to get to that game, and that's where we want to get.
Well, Coach, we're going to do this every week, win, lose, or draw throughout the season. Looking forward to it. And we want to thank Shelbyville Lumber, well, actually SLC Firearms, inside Shelbyville Lumber. Go check them out. Chris Cartwright will hook you up. Mike Matusik. It's family owned and operated, and it's a place a lot of folks don't know about, but they're a proud sponsor of our show. And Coach, I'm going to plug our fish fry one more time. We're going to have a big fish fry October 20th, Lincoln County game, and I'm looking forward to that.
I am too. I keep hearing about all this fish all the time, right. So I'm going to have to partake. I mean, that's just how it works.
And hopefully we can fill it up, and it's a big night where I think we're going to have a lot of different things going on that night as well.
We are, and that's kind of the beauty of coming back into the region. I don't think the TSSAA realized what they did for us and the way they blessed us, getting us back in this region, and having the old, it was District 8, I believe,
District 8.
And all the rivalries that come with that, and everybody knowing each other and growing up and playing travel ball together. I mean, all that kind of starts to fold in. It's going to be an exciting season for us this year in that region, and we're truly looking forward to it. And like I said, with that fish fry, I'm looking forward to a pretty good post-game meal, having that thing waiting on me. So
absolutely,
it fries up well.
Oh, it will. Thank you, everybody, and be sure and share and like this, and let's get it out there, because a good way to support the program and Coach Dryden, and we appreciate it. We will see everybody next week, but we want to see you out here at Central High School Friday night.